Another carry now for Edmonds. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Wilson. Bats out to the flat for Edmonds. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
Taken from just outside the 30. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Titan football. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Uses the stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. And they're using him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there. Woods the receiver in motion right. Now a 1st carry for Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground. What we saw there, that's what we know that he can do. He can break tackles and turn them into big runs, and that's what he did.
And what is the buzz phrase nowadays in football for a guy like that? Contact balance. The ability to go through trash, come out the other side, avoid and run through contact, and keep your balance.
This is caught. Touchdown! Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Wilson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. And that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. Down at the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Woods the receiver in motion right. By Hooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd.
Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Let's go. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. On the out route, he's got Burks. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Right. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Play action. It's Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Hamler. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. defensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And some space here. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. They'll look good on the extra point. And it is 28-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Give him 30 yards there.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And they had just picked picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, and he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away, as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football, because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Running from the gun with Henry. There's the stiff arm, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Here's Tannehill. He's got Hooper on the short connection. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll try the right side with Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Tannehill on third down. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he will have a Titans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. Now Tannehill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. Back to throw, Tannehill. Going to the right here and finding Burks. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. Henry running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Touchdown! Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And he's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Draymond Jones just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. That would call it downfield. It's Hooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And he's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Austin Hooper. His third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and it is 42-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Henry up the middle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover him.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Baron Browning in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
All those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throw over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The Titans on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Tannehill. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Tannehill.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken at the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead, late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. It's caught by Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.